Well, here we are off the beaten track in Bulolo, Papua New Guinea, on a quest in search of the fabled gold dredges and richest alluvial gold deposits ever recorded in the world. The lush grass and clinky pines now hide an engineering feat of stupendous proportions.
For thousands of years, it seems, Bulolo was a valley without people. Warring tribes lived in the surrounding hills and valleys, and some men ventured into the Bulolo Valley to fight and to hunt, but none dared sleep under the clinky pines that dominated this wilderness. And legend had it that the towering trees were the preserve of spirits. The souls of our ancestors, said the Manki people, dwell in the clinky tops. From the clinky comes man, said the Watuts. Beware the wind of a falling clinky, warned the Bangalums. There was no smoke in the valley. The playthings of the spirits held sway. Until outsiders, lured by gold, penetrated to the Bulolo River, to the unwanted valley, which was to become the richest in New Guinea. The territory's biggest gold rush followed a find of phenomenal alluvial deposits at the head of Edie Creek, a tributary of the Bulolo River, and the first trees started to fall in the Forbidden Valley, to clear the way for giant gold dredges and the makings of an entire township, all flown in piece by piece from Leh on the coast. No small feat in the 20s. At one stage, 8 dredges were gouging the floor of the valley from their self-made legs. Dredging petered out in the 60s, after $70 million worth of gold had been taken out, but still there was wealth in the valley, the forest of tall clinky.
Okay, for the camera, what's the situation here?
Bloody shit house.
We have come to a bog.
Deep mud.
You can see the top of it up there anyway. You can film the top of it at least.
There are no roads to the dredges, so Ben Warner and his son Erin, local experienced tour guides, are taking a group of visitors from the Pine Lodge Hotel for a look over the dredges. The track has to be cut through the thick kunai over one of the mounds of tailings, and the team will have to walk in.
Oh, look at it, one dress.
Mozzie and tested. It's been a fair bit of rain last night, so we've had to leave the road to get around to the biggest dredge that's now left, which we can see ahead of us. It's a pretty amazing feat of engineering to get this established. I think they established them as the biggest alluvial gold find in the world, and as a result they needed a fair few of these dredges, this being the largest that's now left. And we've just got to keep the mozzies off and the malaria at bay, and we should be all right.
Onwards.
This deck, you know, is pretty rusty. You've just got to be real careful because
Ben has explored these dredges many times before and gives the team a safety briefing about the inherent dangers on the structure. After all, they have lain on this riverbank for over 70 years since they were first flown into this wild, isolated valley.
we've got the biggest dredge that's surviving, number 8 dredge. It's a bit isolated from the others. So it's a lot more, it hasn't been stripped and robbed, but we can see the main dukes here, which used to collect the fine gold, which is very important when you're trying to get gold out of river gravel, to find you end up with as much gold and not a lot of loss.
This would have been where all the action took place for the control of the vessel. We've got what's called a bridge here, the same as on any other water vehicle. Starboard and stern in and out, port stern in and out, and starboard in and out, spud, whatever that is, and there, whatever they used. And these were just basically a gear shift system, a manual gear shift system. The drag line operation would have taken place from here. Your starboard spare line in and out, port spare line in and out, etc. These would have been to some degree electrically operated with on-off trigger switches, and behind us over here, all of the area beside Ben there is where the original switchboards would have been, which would have been generated, I would expect, Ben, off the diesel engines with their own generators, and would have supplied what appears to have been a three-phase system for all the dragging of the cables. Now all of this operation, you can see the cables running down and the size of them over to those end pulleys, and you have all your stops. Ben, what would that have been called, this channel coming up here that would have taken all the runoff?
That's the bucket riser.
The bucket riser. So all in all, a magnificent feat of engineering that I dare say a lot of modern companies wouldn't like to have a look at.
It feels like the ghosts of those past dredge masters and crew still linger on the rusting hulk that lies on the Bulolo River. Dave Lois, our visiting construction engineer from Brisbane, is greatly moved by the experience and would love to know how these barges operated in their time.
In a workaday world, a dredge floating in a lake of its own making bites deep into the bank. Each bucket weighs about 1.5 tons and was brought in by plane. Dredge masters keep the buckets going 24 hours a day. A giant pile or spud is dropped into the lake bed to hold the dredge in position. The control room gets an eagle-eye view of operations. The dredge treats thousands of cubic yards of soil every 24 hours, and each cubic yard will yield its quota of precious gold.
It's pretty amazing to think that I'm looking down what even today would take, gosh, a minimum of 6 months to construct for a modern team, provided they had everything at their disposal to do so. I don't know how long these took to make, but standing up here looking at the bucket tunnel, these magnificent engineering feats just never cease to astound me. The cables are in fantastic condition. We're at the very top, and you can see by the expanse of area behind me just what an amazing feat of engineering this is. It's absolutely astounding. I've never seen anything like it in my life. All brought in by small plane in the middle of incredible mountain ranges, just totally inaccessible in their day by road, and there was some 8 of these.
So as the team finished their last exploration of this rusting hulk of the dredge on the Bulolo River bank, Dave has one last question for Ben. What happened to all the rocks and the gold that were dug up by these dredges?
The gold and fines run over sluices which contain wooden ripples or slats holding mercury. The mercury enfolds the gold. Native labourers assist the water to carry away the silt when cleaning up.
every 10 days, the gold and mercury, known as amalgamated gold, is collected in buckets and taken to the gold retort. This is amalgamated gold. Firstly, it is placed in trays. Then a furnace vaporizes the mercury, which is condensed for further use, leaving what is known as sponge gold. With the addition of a little flux, this is then melted under high temperature to become pure molten wealth, making a gold ingot worth approximately 2,500 pounds. Collection totals about 20,000. Never before has gold been so important to the British Empire. This precious cargo will assist Australia's overseas credits, a wilderness contributing to the welfare of a nation, a work which the Bulolo Company is proud to undertake, proud of achievement and proud of service.
Well, this trip around the Dredges has done nothing to satisfy Dave's curiosity, and now he wants to visit a real working alluvial mining operation. Ben takes the tour 30 minutes north up into the mountain ranges on the banks of the upper Watut River, where WOW Alluvial Mining has its operation going. This operation is owned and operated by Wally Randall from Morobe, who designed this equipment himself. The gold is separated on sluices, the large rocks roll out of the back of the shaker, and the gold is collected on mats. The gold is evident everywhere in this part of the world. Dave is really keen to see some gold, so Ben pans a dish and promises Dave that he'll be handling real gold very, very soon.
71 ounces of gold that's about 82% pure from the Bulolo region of Papua New Guinea. This was mined by our good friend Wall over here, who's not in the picture.
Donated to Dave.
And not donated to Dave. Wall's the one giggling in case I thought I did have it. This is in the last stage before it goes to sale from here, and then it goes to a refinery from that to be extracted into pure gold. But that's pretty close. So there we have about 30,000 kina worth of gold, which in Australian dollars would be somewhere around about the $28,000 mark at this point in time. Shiny streaks here. It doesn't look very shiny, but if you rub it with something hard, you can see that lovely gold luster that you would see on a finished product. Okay, so if you can see the size of my hand to 71 ounces, that's pretty much what it looks like. Alright?